I've been fascinated with space for the longest time. Whether it be space fantasy, sci-fis, or just the general idea of the cosmos, with endless stars and planets and nebulas, I love it all. I recently went to go see the movie Project Hail Mary. And at first, I will admit, I was not thrilled or excited to go see it. Of course, I had heard many people rave about the movie, and I had heard people give it really great reviews. The thing is that for me, I usually go in really skeptical these days when it comes to movies. But I was pleasantly surprised when I saw it. I hadn't read the book, but I really enjoyed the premise. The main character, Grace, played by Ryan Gosling, goes out into space to help solve a problem for Earth. The sun is dying, being killed by an alien parasite that essentially eats the sun. Now, with this in mind, it's definitely more grounded in reality. There's a lot of scientific things mentioned not only in the movie and the book, but also that are stated in real life science with space that are talked about all throughout the movie. I was so taken with the movie that I felt really driven to talk about it. But not just the movie, but the genre. It had dawned on me that I had not talked about punk genres in a little bit. And there was one in particular that I've been mulling around for a little while. And this movie stoked the flame. NASA punk. NASA punk is a very unique and new punk genre. It hasn't been explored a whole lot, and it's so incredibly new that a video game known as Starfield, which was released and made by Bethesda, one of the greatest video game companies in my opinion. It was coined specifically by the art director of Starfield named Istvan Peli, who coined the phrase NASA punk. It takes on 1970s flair of the space race technology. We're talking about analog tech, the old tech, with the computers, the typing buttons that can click, click, click. It's all there. But it also blends another punk genre we'll be talking about later called cassette futurism, which is a part of that analog technology. You know, those old computers as well with floppy disks and the old hard drives and machines that ran and made so many noises that it sounded like they were either robots or, well, like they were trying to speak to somebody. Either way, this genre focuses full-heartedly on the idea of NASA punk. NASA itself was a space program that's been around since the longest time. Throughout American history, it has been one of the pride and joys since around the 1960s, all the way up to the modern era. Now, overall, NASA itself has been a huge staple throughout American history, helping us to be able to not only put the first man on the moon and then continue to do so, and even recently do that, but it has also allowed us to be able to explore different parts of space, with things like the Hubble telescope being able to learn more about the endless, infinite eternity of what is the universe, or at least the known universe. We continue to find things all the time. Now, I could continue to geek out about all of the fascinating and amazing things we're discovering all the time with our universe. But NASA punk is the thing I really want to focus on before I get carried away. There are a lot of examples of NASA punk. Especially with recent years, a lot of movies, games, and other stories popping up with it. And even some that have been around for a long time, even before it was coined as a punk genre. We're talking about things like Starfield, Starfield being one of the big video games Bethesda has released in recent years. We're talking about things like Interstellar, Christopher Nolan's masterpiece. We're talking about, well, of course, what I previously mentioned, Project Hail Mary, the book and the movie. We're talking about things like the game Mothership Sci-Fi RPG. We're talking about things like the old 1968 2001 Space Odyssey movie, the first movie in the series Alien, the book and movie The Martian, and as well For All Mankind, the TV show, Deliver Us the Moon, the video game, and even books like Artemis. These are all great examples of NASA punk. It's an interesting punk genre. Unlike all the other ones, it's not as fantastical. It is grounded in the ideas of reality. It's so modern, it focuses on technology that could speculatively really exist. It's basing all of its facts primarily in science. Some spots are filled in, those little gray areas, with fiction, of course, the sci-fi parts. But overall, they tend to fact-check their notes, these authors and directors, to make this credible storytelling. The fiction becomes almost real to the audience because of it. And because of all of these miraculous and wonderful things, NASA punk stands apart from other punk genres, and even other space sci-fi genres. It's not like space fantasy. It's not even like political sci-fi dramas like Dune. It specifically is about the discovery. It's based on the original desire of mankind of exploration. But a lot of the stories are based in that exploration because of things like, well, desperation. In stories like Interstellar and even Project Hail Mary, the premise or the plot is propelled forward by the idea that they are doing this to save mankind. If they don't, mankind could potentially die. Everything they know and are trying to preserve, future generations will not stand a chance. What's fascinating about these stories is that mankind comes together in order to save all of its people. Every nation tries to put aside its petty differences and look for a solution. Because of this, they strive for the greatness and the betterment of all mankind. It's unlike any other genre, even more than punk genres. It's trying to find a way for mankind to look beyond the mark and find unity. These themes of discovery and cosmic wonder in their exploration and awe is founded in their brotherhood and sisterhood between their fellow man. NASA punk is all about bringing people together. That's why its technology is so grounded, is because that makes it more real to us. It's fiction that comes almost close to being historical fiction. And not just historical fiction, it almost makes it feel like it actually could happen in the future. In Interstellar, those videos taken, which seem like captures of the Great Depression when people used to live back then, it's actually just them in the future. After everything has been saved, they're recounting what it was like back in their day. It's truly interesting because we want to create this idea of a better society through science fiction. NASA punk, out of many sci-fis, is actually trying to bring us together rather than divide us. I think that's one of the reasons why I loved Project Hail Mary so much. And spoiler alert ahead, the fact that two alien species could come together with complete differences in culture and language, but come to a solution with their different forms of knowledge and understanding of the universe to being able to help both of their planets be saved from this terrible parasite. To me, NASA Punk is spelled out in such a way that it is focused completely on the idea of bringing people together. Our differences dissolve when desperation becomes our greatest focus. Trials evolve into team work and team benefit when we have a common goal. All the things that seemed important before dissolve in a matter of seconds when we finally strive and understand that we are all trying to accomplish the same thing. We all want to live. We all want to live happily, comfortably, full with love and purpose. And that is what NASA Punk shows. We look at the era it was founded in, it's fascinating that we could actually find as to why these themes appear is because this is based in an era where the space race brought all of the country together. In some ways, it brought a lot of different parts of the world together, certain countries together to prove, in almost a friendly way, something that could be accomplished, which seemed impossible. Indeed, NASA Punk is driven by one simple truth. Together, we can do the impossible. Thank you, my friends, for watching this video of NASA Punk in the punk genre series. It's been so much fun working on the punk genre series, and working on genres in general is so much fun. And I'm looking forward to talking more about crafting stories in these genres so we can talk more about not just my stories, because I love sharing them and really want your support to being able to grow them. And if you want to support them, please check out the link for my Patreon down below. I'm still getting used to working on it, so I am slowly posting things on there. I really want to talk more about story building and world building. I really want to talk directly to some of you and be able to help you guys build your worlds. And I also really want to be able to expand growing not just the Transcendent Worlds, but your worlds. I love you guys so much. Your support has been phenomenal. And I'm very looking forward to the next couple of months this summer because I got a lot of great video ideas. I would love your thoughts on what I can post next and talk about next. Thank you all, and as always, from the mysterious stranger, I'll see you on the other side of the gates.